Good afternoon from Port Huron Northern High School. Today is the Port Huron Northern Huskies will take on the Port Huron High Big Reds. The Port Huron Northern Huskies come in with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses. Port Huron High comes in with 2 wins and 7 losses in today's game. Port Huron Northern won the first game 13-8 in kind of a walk-filled marathon back at the beginning of April. With me today, my name's John Compa. With me I have Bob Funk. Bob.
Yes.
It's a rather windy day today. Do you think that that's going to have much of a factor here as far as the game rolls along?
Yes, definitely. Those pop-ups and the throws, especially for the pitchers, could be a tough game for the pitchers battling this wind. We'll have to see how that works out.
Well,
today.
I know, Bob, I was watching before the game started, and they were hitting fly balls to the outfield, and the outfielders were having a difficulty with just about each and every one.
Indeed.
We're getting just about ready to go here. Let me set the Port Huron High Big Red lineup. Rick Clay and Bill Tolles are the 2 umpires. And for Port Huron High, leading off and playing center field will be Tanya Black. Batting second, playing shortstop, Sarah Schultz. Christy Berry, the first baseman, third, with Dana Hodgins hitting cleanup, playing third base. Lisa Lashbrook in right field. Kim Valdez in left field. Bridget Lovick at second base. Jackie Peters, the catcher, and Amanda Earl will be taking the mound today. Pitching for the Port Huron Northern Huskies will be Stephanie Watt, a freshman. And behind the plate, filling in for Miss Stanislavski, will be Hillary Hoxie. And Bob, this is Hillary Hoxie's first time behind the plate as far as varsity competition. She's a real fine athlete. Let's just hope that it doesn't have a big bearing on the game.
Yes.
Let's hope Northern goes full speed ahead.
Well, Hillary has a fine arm. Her usual position is shortstop. We were seeing her in practice. She was getting the ball down to second base. We'll have to see if the Big Reds can challenge her early.
Well, talking to Coach Mike Newman before the game, Mike said that she was caught in practice before and she should be pretty well up to the challenge. So we're just about ready to go here with Tanya Black, Stephanie Watt on the mound. Bill Tolles yells play ball, and the first pitch is a strike. Tanya Black, leadoff hitter. Port Huron High Big Reds aren't blessed with a lot of speed. They try to move people through sacrificing and moving along. Stephanie Watt throws the second pitch too low. Counts 1-1. Stephanie checks the sign again. She delivers. Good looking pitch. Strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Good pitcher's pitch, Bob. And ground ball. Back to Watt. She tosses over to first base. And we have 1 away.
Yes.
That play goes from Watt to the first baseman, Aaron Atwell. And that brings up Sarah Schultz. Sarah's the shortstop for the Port Huron High Big Reds. Watt got off the mound pretty well there. First pitch for Schultz. Outside for ball 1. Watt sets, delivers again. And she comes right down the middle with it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach George Popa hollering in directions. Next pitch is up too high. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter. Watt comes to the set again. Delivers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. She catches the inside corner, knee high.
Right
Good pitch, Bob.
Knees. A very good pitch.
2-2 pitch. It's a fly ball to left field, and that one's out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one got right up into the breeze, Bob, and just stopped. It looked like originally it might have been heading to left field, but it just died, a lot like my golf.
Fly balls to left field today, John, just aren't going to go very far into this gale force wind.
There you go.
And a good cut at the 1 ball and 2 strike pitch. Stephanie Watt's a freshman pitcher from Port Huron Northern. She's replacing the graduated Amy Kilborn. Amy is now at Ferris State, where I understand she's leading the league in strikeouts and among the top 5 in earned run average for the Ferris State University Bulldogs. Watt comes to the set again. She delivers a changeup, a good-looking pitch, just a little bit low.
Make sure you're ready.
And that makes it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think she had Schultz out in front of that pitch. If she would have gotten it over the plate, I think she was at her mercy, Bob.
There you go.
And ball 4 is Stephanie tries to put a little bit too much on the pitch, and it gets away from her.
We have to keep an eye on Stephanie today. Miss Watt has a very fluid motion, good mechanics, but as we heard from her father before the game, she's suffering from some shoulder problems. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we'll see how she loosens up as the game goes on. Hopefully it's not an injury, just a little bit of tightness in the muscles. Christy Berry. Christy squares around.
And there's the
Sarah
first-
Schultz
Yep.
takes off for second base. We were talking to Coach George Popa before the game, and we were talking about the catcher having to throw, an inexperienced catcher having to throw into this
Yes.
wind.
I think we'll see the bunt sign off here too, John, as Christie is Port Huron's best hitter.
Oh, by far, Bob. Good looking hitter. If I was Coach Mike Newman right now, I wouldn't give her anything to hit. And it looks like Stephanie's following that. 3 balls and no strikes. And she throws a change up over the plate.
See what the wind did to that changeup too, John?
It killed it. It killed it.
There you go.
There's another one. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Even a power hitter, the outfield's playing shallow. And Stephanie walks her second batter of the inning.
That might have been somewhat semi-intentional, John.
I don't think she wanted to come in too fat, Bob. I think you're right.
Fourth out here.
I think you're right. Stephanie's got to regain her composure now and start throwing some strikes. Dana Hodgins, a third baseman and cleanup hitter up now for Port Huron Northern, or for Port Huron High rather. She squares around, and the inexperienced catcher lets the squaring around block her vision, and the ball gets by her. As Hillary Hoxie had a little bit of problem with that. It was a catchable ball. We'll call that a pass ball against Hillary. Very, very tough position to be put into your first varsity game behind the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Good looking pitch right there.
Right at the knees, an excellent pitch.
2 runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dana Hodgins. Watt delivers a little bit inside. So that looked like a little bit better delivery. I don't know if the shoulder is bothering Stephanie or not, but she's a little bit problem in her mechanics right now. And she delivers pop up. I think that's going to get out of play. And it does. Over amongst the non-customers here.
The cross-country
The
runner.
cross-country runners are over there. I thought one of them was going to pick it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Dana Hodgins, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Watt pitching. Port Huron Northern High School, the wind blowing in from left field at about 25 to 30 miles an hour. Watt delivers. Ground ball to short. Hansen makes a nice delivery into home, but a beautiful slide by Sarah Schultz gets her into the plate safely. Both holes called her safe on a bang-bang play. That'll go as a fielder's choice for Dana Hodgins, an RBI, no time at bat.
Smart base running there too, John, on the part of Christy Berry. She waited to see what the shortstop was going to do with it. When she went home, she immediately took off and easily made third base.
That's a good point, Bob. Generally, when you have runners on second and third and 1 out, as first pitch is called a strike, I believe, runner steals second base, uncontested. A lot of times when you have runners on second and third and 1 out, the contact plays on, where just right at contact, unless the ball's right back to the pitcher, first baseman, or third baseman, the runner's going to try to make that fielder throw them out. And it worked that time. Hansen made a nice play. There's a wild pitch. It's going to be a close play at the plate. And coming into the plate, Christy Berry scores, makes it 2-0. Dana Hodgins goes to third. Little bit of problem here. Hillary Hoxie and Stephanie Watt. Freshman-sophomore combination, I believe.
We're seeing a little bit of frustration on Miss Watt's face, John.
She's struggling a little. She's
This
struggling
isn't
a little
exactly probably what she wanted to see in the first inning.
bit. Lisa Lashbrook takes a pitch. I believe Coach Bill Tolles called it a strike. Got a tough vantage point right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And Watt throws a high, hard one that's fouled off. It was out of the strike zone, but Lashbrook went fishing, fouled it away to the right field side. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lisa's the right fielder for the Port Huron High Big Reds. Where's number 14? Watt sets. Delivers, strike 3, another high hard one, and Lisa Lashbrook swings right through it, so that makes 2 away. Real big key right here for Stephanie Watt to get Kim Valdez out, Bob, and leave that runner on third and only stay 2-0.
That was a big out, not only a big out, but a key strikeout too. Didn't make contact, didn't give that runner at third a chance to possibly score.
First pitch is a strike to Valdez. Kim is playing left field today. Yesterday she pitched and beat Roseville 4-3. And Valdez laces it back through the middle past Watt. Base hit. That's the first hit of the game. And the third run for Port Huron High. Kim Valdez hits a solid single to center. She got around on that. I think Stephanie threw the ball down the middle, Bob. Bridget Lovick, the batter. First pitch is a strike. Looking at Hillary Hoxie behind the plate, wouldn't you say she's really struggling when the batter squares around?
She is. She looks uncomfortable there, and of course this is being her first game. Might take her a bit to settle down.
Does a good job, but I think her eye gets drawn to the bat, into the motion in front of her instead of staying right on the ball. That comes with experience.
Sure.
Like we say, she's a natural shortstop and a fine one, just kind of pressed into service.
Got to give her credit. She's one of the best athletes on this team. It was a pass ball there, John. The runner got down to second easily.
Next pitch, fouled off. Into the cars. I hope it doesn't hit mine. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes, counting Bridget Lovick, the second baseman for the Big Reds. And Stephanie throws a changeup. I'm not real crazy about that pitch selection. Right now she's struggling to throw strikes. She needs to get ahead of the hitters and then go with the change. Still 2 balls, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Facing the bottom of the lineup, going back to basics might be the best thing for her at this point.
She sets, 3-2 pitch on the way and just hit Lovick's bat. Pitch was a little bit out of the strike zone. She had Lovick swinging at it, but hit the bat, fouled off. 3 balls, 2 strikes still. And there's a little dribbler wide at third base. Runner still on second, Valdez. She's in scoring position. And there's a line drive, and Hansen shows some nice range at shortstop. Goes over, makes the play unassisted. But the Port Huron High Big Reds strike 3 times here in the top of the first inning. They score 3 runs on 1 hit. Port Huron Northern made no errors. There was 1 runner left on. At the end of the half inning, Port Huron High gets the initial edge 3-zip. Well, Bob, your impressions of the top of the first inning, Stephanie Watt in particular.
Well, with that sore arm, she might have been thinking about that a little bit too much. It's obviously appears to have had some impact.
Yeah, it looks like maybe she was pushing the ball a little bit instead of being totally fluid.
Might have not helped either, having Hillary behind the plate, an inexperienced catcher. That
well, that could have
the pass balls that can
cost them a run.
could adversely impact the pitcher. She did look a little frustrated there after Christie scored that second run there.
Well, that's something that Stephanie needs to work on as she gets a little bit older. She's only a freshman in high school, but she has to become a little bit more stoic out there on the mound and not let things bother her too much. She has one job to do. That's to make good quality pitches to the batter. Well, Amanda Earl is warming up now for the Port Huron High Big Reds, ready to face Port Huron Northern Huskies. Leading off will be Jan Hansen. The second batter will be Stephanie Watt, followed by Erin Atwell, Shannon Martin, Jennifer Harvey, Christy Porter, Annie Reeves, Dana Smear, and Hillary Hoxie. Jan Hansen, the leadoff hitter, real fine-looking ball player, Bob. Right now she's batting a robust 654. Actually, that's her on-base percentage. Her batting average, according to Coach Mike Newman's statistics, is 600. She's got 15 hits and 25 at-bats, and that's not feed.
No.
6 stolen bases, a real fine athlete. I really think that she's got a real good shot to be first-team All-State this year.
Second on the team in slugging percentage.
Just a fine-looking hitter. Amanda Earl Junior right-hander for Port Huron High. Makes second delivery, and it's up too high. Jan's quickly adding the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Amanda's a good-looking pitcher as soon as she develops a little bit more consistency. She throws the ball well. She sometimes gets outside of herself, doesn't come through in a true pendulum, so she's having a little bit of problem with control, game in and game out. Coach George Popa said sometimes she's out and she's looking real sharp, and then other times she just has a real tough time. 3 balls, no strikes. And ball 4. Jan Hansen walks on 4 pitches. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Stephanie Watt. I don't know if Coach Mike Newman will have Jan Hansen. She's 6 out of 9 so far in stolen bases, Bob. Do you think that maybe they'll test the arm of the Port Huron High School catcher?
I think we'll see that fairly quickly here, John.
And Earl sets, delivers,
Yes,
Hansen bluffs going to first, and the first pitch is called a strike. Might have been on the borderline low side of the strike zone there, Bob. But Coach Bill Tolles likes a low strike zone. I can attest to that from many years of playing with Bill umpiring. Hansen takes a nice running lead. Every pitch, sign of a real fine ball player. On every pitch she's going, she's prepared. She's sinking 2 bases if that ball gets by the catcher. She's off and running, Bob. Good looking athlete.
Faked the bunt there and then tried swinging through without really pulling that bat back. Might have affected that.
Ground ball back to the mound. Earl boots it to the shortstop, and a nice play by the shortstop, Sarah Schultz. Throws over to Christy Berry.
Good arm. That was a slow roller, John.
A slow roller. Amanda Earl couldn't quite get it. She'll get an assist on it, though. That play goes 1-6-3. Jan Hansen goes to second base. And that'll bring up Aaron Atwell,
Gotta be a strike now.
first baseman. 1 down, runner on second. Key for Amanda Earl is to throw good, solid, low strikes. She throws fairly hard. She's still learning how to put a little stuff on the ball. Good looking pitch, first pitch. She's shaving those knees. That's about 3-4 solid pitches in a row, Bob.
Settling down after that opening walk on 4 straight pitches.
Atwell, third hitter in the lineup for the Huskies. Set and delivery by Amanda Earl, and Bill Tolles calls that one just a little bit low. Good looking pitcher's pitch, hard to lay off, but just a shade out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hansen on second. 3-0 Port Huron High lead. And Earl goes on the outside corner that time, makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Atwell had a notion, didn't complete the swing, pulled her head away on that one. Didn't have a prayer of hitting it once her head bailed out, so she held her swing up. Earl delivers again, outside. Hansen's coming almost halfway down to third base on each pitch, Bob.
Looking for that sign. Looks like she wants to go.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Atwell. Delivery by Earl, pop up. Wind's going to blow that one out of play. Over into the Port Huron High big red bench. Still got a life.
Easily in play on a day with even normal wind.
Yeah, Bob, that one got in the air with that backspin on it. It looked a lot like your slice off of number 1 tee.
On a good day.
Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Earl sets, delivers. That one's going to go foul. And no Big Red can get to it.
Aaron's come around late on those last 2.
Yeah, she looks like she's really struggling. I think some of these girls are letting the wind affect their concentration, and they're really not focusing in on the ball. They're worried about keeping the helmet on their head and their hair blowing in the breeze and something blowing in their eye. It's easily understandable, but you really have to buckle down in these weather conditions to be successful. Delivery by Earl. Down low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is the center fielder, Shannon Martin. Coach Mike Newman would like to see nothing better than to get another base runner here. Earl runs the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. She sets. Deliver, strike 3 and a dandy. Aaron Atwell goes down swinging. 2 outs, first strikeout for Earl.
The first time she struck out this year, John.
Well, And it shows you a little bit about what I was talking about the concentration
Yes.
factor today, because that pitch was really just about down the middle, about letter high. Shannon Martin takes first pitch, and Amanda Earl, although she's a good pitcher, she's not totally overpowering. You shouldn't be swinging through that pitch today. Martin sets. Earl sets and delivers up too high. Evens the count to 1-1. What we need here, Bob, is a scoreboard to keep track of the count for us. Sometimes it gets a little tough. Amanda Earl, junior right-hander, sets and throws it down low in the dirt. Nice play by Peters. Scoop it up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach George Popa hollering out for Amanda Earl to have a lot of confidence. Throw the ball in over the plate. Earl delivers. Good-looking pitch. That one, she had a little bit of topspin on it, and it went down. It was swung over by Shannon Martin. I think if Amanda could bottle that pitch, Bob, she'd be pretty successful.
Indeed.
Martin, the cleanup hitter for Port Huron Northern Huskies.
Still waiting for her first hit is Miss Martin.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Hanson goes to third on the wild pitch. Wasn't much of a wild pitch, but again, alert base running put her in position to score on anything now. A wild pitch, she can score a run. Well, Shannon's played mostly a backup role this year for the Northern Huskies. There hasn't been a lot of games played to start with. And Earl sets. Delivers. Oh, no.
Ooh.
She's called out on a pitch that I think was almost in the dirt, Bob. I think maybe Mr. Bill Tolles might have missed that one. What do you
Definitely
think?
was on the low end of the strike zone.
Of course, it's a lot easier to call when you're not right behind the
Yes.
plate. But
It was too close to let pass.
well, Port Huron Northern failed to score that inning. They had no hits and left Jan Hansen stranded. So after 1 inning, we got Port Huron High, Big Reds 3, Port Huron Northern nothing. Thought Amanda Earl had an exceptionally good first inning, Bob, after she got over the early
starting
jitters.
out, boy, 4 straight pitches, 1 man on, 1 young lady on, I should say.
Hey, you got to get this terminology correct here, Bob.
Yes.
You getting tuned to listen to Detroit Tiger baseball.
Coach is working with Steph there. Looks like she might have caught some of that sand. Boy, it would have been hard to believe 2 days ago that we'd had sand flying all over the place with all the rain.
I think the wind's blowing hard enough now, Bob. It's throwing up chips of mud.
Yeah.
Well, for the Port Huron High Big Reds here, leading off the top of the second inning will be Jackie Peters, the catcher, followed by Amanda Earl, and then Tanya Black in the hole. Coach George Pope up there giving Jackie Peters a couple last-minute instructions. Now let's see if Stephanie can get into a little bit better groove this inning than she did the first inning.
As is the case with pitchers in just about any league. John, you get through that first inning, a lot of times you might have some troubles, but after that, that's when they really settle down. And we'll see what happens here as the batter takes her position. That eye there must be something in Miss Watt's eye. She's still rubbing it.
Yeah, it
That's
looks
a
like
concern as they huddle around the mound.
and she can't see. There's no doubt about that. They might have to take a little time out here. Coach Bill Tolles exhorting them to play ball. I think Bill's getting paid by the hour, so he wants to make sure this game gets going. Blustery, bright, sunshiny afternoon here. Temperature's about 65 miles an hour, but the wind, a real factor. Although so far it's played no factor in the game as far as the ball's hit, but you wonder what it does to the pitchers. And quickly the count's 1-1. And Stephanie Watt's a fast worker, Bob.
Yes.
She gets the ball and she wants to deliver it again. Something she needs to work on a little bit too. And that one I think is going to get back up on the screen, and it does. And I think that one's caught by a fan from North Street, Michigan, Bob. 1 ball, 2 strikes count on Jackie Peters.
Now protect yourself. These balls happen.
Coach Bill Tolles dusts off the plate. That one, is that going to get out of play? No, it doesn't, and it's a beautiful play by Hillary Oxley. Bob, that ball actually started out in fair territory and almost made it out of play.
Almost caught the top of the backstop there, and we got a good hint into Hillary's athleticism there. I'm not sure many catchers would have had that.
She did a super job getting back and getting that ball. I watched Hillary play several times, very impressed with her athletic ability. Amanda Earl, the pitcher, comes up to bat, wearing number 22 on her jersey. Set by Watt. First pitch is part of Bill Toll's daily expanded strike zone today, and it's called a strike. There's a pop-up. Catcher doesn't get there, but the first baseman does. And it's a nice running catch by Cuthbertson, the first baser. I'm sorry, that's Aaron Atwell, the first baseman. She took off at the crack of the bat. I thought that maybe it was going to drift back into catcher territory, but nice play by Aaron Atwell. So that's 2 outs.
Might have been a little like Notre Dame, where all of a sudden the wind died. That helped her out a little there.
I think so. Tanya Black. Tanya grounded out to Stephanie Watt first time.
The colors of Notre Dame, blue and gold.
One ball, one strike. Watt delivers again. I think if Stephanie throws a lot of strikes, it'd be a very quick game with her working out there today.
Yes.
There you go.
And there's a pop-up. Now this is going to be a major challenge. Oh, it blows away from Atwell. That ball got up in the breeze. It did about a 90-degree turn. Aaron kept running, and it seemed like the closer she got to the ball, the farther it blew away.
And she had to keep in mind that fence. It landed maybe 6 inches from that fence, and I'm sure that was in the back of her mind.
It was a catchable ball, though. Let's hope with 2 outs, nobody on, it doesn't come back to haunt Port Huron High. Tough play, but catchable. And another foul as Stephanie seems to have gotten into a little bit better strike groove this inning. Seems to have loosened up a little bit.
Keeping your elbows too close to the body.
And a nice looking changeup by Stephanie Watt, and it should be in the bank. Money in the bank as Annie Reeves catches a pop-up by Black, so the Port Huron High Big Reds, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and at the end of an inning and a half, Port Huron High 3, Port Huron Northern nothing, and it looked like Stephanie Watt settled down quite a bit that inning.
And that's exactly what she needed, a 3-up, 3-down inning. That will help her for the rest of this game, as well as just getting them through a very quick inning.
A real major key in this game is throwing strikes, and again, it takes 3 singles to score a run, but you mix a walk or 2 in there and a wild pitch or 2, and like Port Huron High Big Reds in the first inning, they scored 3 runs and only got 1 hit. So a real key thing is the pitcher really needs to throw strikes. We'll see how Amanda Earl fares here in the second inning. She'll be facing Jennifer Harvey, followed by Christy Porter, and then Annie Reeves. Jennifer Harvey comes into the game hitting a robust .375. Good-looking hitter. She's a designated hitter today. She's batting for the left fielder Mary Cuthbertson. And Amanda Earl completed her warm-ups, and we're just about ready to start the bottom of the second inning. Assistant Coach Stu Kilborn shows his speed and hustling down to coach first base. First pitch is a little bit low. Harvey squared around. One ball, no strikes. Inside, she had the right height, but a little bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff hitter should definitely be taking the 2-ball and no strike pitch. I don't care if the pitch is down the middle. She needs to take a strike here with her team down by 3. They need base runners. Let's see what she does. She squares around, but she was taking. Makes it 3 balls and no strikes.
And you know what's happening here, don't you? Need base runners, anyway to get them.
And Coach Mike Newman is reiterating what I just said, just hollering into his team. Need base runners any way they can get them. It's hard to hit 3-run homers with nobody on. And ball 4, pitch is too low.
Just like the first inning, John, the Big Reds have started off by surrendering a 4-pitch walk. Let's see what the Huskies can do. this time
See
around.
if Amanda settles down here. Is Christy Porter, the second baseman, up to bat. First pitch is a strike. Christy's hitting .333 for the Huskies this year.
Leads the team in walks. Let's see what she can work Miss Earl for.
And again, that was not a play there that I was really in favor of. In this situation, you either take the pitch or you swing with a little authority or you bunt. And that was just kind of a half-hearted swing by Christy Porter. I don't know if it was
a late swing.
a slap bunt isn't going to do a lot of good right now. The set by Earl. And that's out of play. And Coach Bill Toll's hoping to get another ball sent into play here.
Andy, you're a good hitter. Take one in there, drive it.
Both been fouled out of play. Toss back into play. I believe the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jennifer Harvey on first base has no steals for the year.
Over there, we got you covered. No outs. Moving on the ground.
Nobody out. Earl delivers outside.
Good job, huh? Good job. Good job, Chris.
Well, I guess there was no balls and 2 strikes because Coach or umpire Bill Toll says it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Earl sets, delivers high and outside, 2-2.
That's a good job, Andy Reed.
2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on first, 3-0 Big Reds. Amanda Earl on the mound, Christy Porter at the bat. On first base, Jennifer Harvey. Earl delivers up high, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Coach Mike Newman sends a runner with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Well, he didn't flash a lot of signs. In fact, he flashed none unless picking grass is a sign here, Bob. So apparently there's nothing on. There's a ground ball to second base. Throw to the shortstop covering, and the ball is dropped.
Oh, an error on the shortstop there, John.
Sarah Schultz couldn't handle the throw by Lovick. So
Throw was there on time.
it'll be an E6. Nice play by Lovick. She turned, showed the ball. I think the classic case of Sarah trying to throw the ball before she got it. You need to take the sure out right there. Sets up a possible rally for Port Huron High. Port Huron Northern, rather. Annie Reeves up to bat. This is a bunt situation. That should take the bunt situation off as a wild pitch.
That's a possession.
Annie Reeves.
She should be on deck, but she is.
Set by Earl. And delivered, and that's a strike. I believe this is Dana Smear up to bat. Nice bunt. And throw into home, and the run scores. Good base running.
Northern has its first run of the game there, and Christy Berry had a runner hung up about halfway between third and home. Elected to go back to first base with it, and that allowed the runner to score. 3-1 ball game here.
We're checking the lineup over here, Bob. Somehow we must have the wrong lineup. Hillary Hoxie is now the batter. Dana Smear just made the sacrifice bunt and an RBI. There's a wild pitch. This could be a close play at the plate. And she slides in under the tag of Amanda Earl. I believe that was Annie Reeves sliding in. And we do know for sure that Hillary Hoxie is the batter, so we'll go from there.
The 1-0 count, John.
Okay, I see where we're at. This is Hillary Hoxie. Jennifer Harvey was DHing for Annie Reeves, so
They're trying to shake up Miss Earl here. They're flashing as though they're going to bunt, And thus far, that is rattling the pitcher, who's getting behind in the count on several batters this inning.
Well, we got a 3-2 ball game now, Bob, so things are pretty well evened out. And again, it's hasn't been hitting that's been carrying the weight. Northern made some nice execution on a couple nice on some sacrifice bunts, and base runners did a nice job, but walks are a terrible enemy. If you're the team batting, walks are a terrible thing to waste.
Boy, and she's behind 3-0 here.
And ball
And
4,
that's-
Hillary Hoxie walks, and that'll bring up Mary Cuthbertson here as we hopefully have the lineup reset again. I apologize to any of the gals that I gave the wrong name here. The lineup card I got wasn't quite explicit. So Mary Cuthbertson will be the batter. Or
Well, the coach is out to try and settle his young pitcher down here. I think the big thing he's telling her is don't pay attention to the batter waving that bat like they're going to bunt. Just concentrate on the catcher. Our first left-hander of the day, John, up to plate.
well, actually the second. Jan Hansen, the leadoff batter, is
Oh, I'm
left-handed.
sorry, John.
No problem. It's been a while since you got the
Yes.
bat. So we get older, our memory goes. I think the wind's blowing it away along with everything else here.
Actually, I think the wind's died down to
A gale force.
25 miles an hour.
And the next
Ooh.
pitch in is a strike by Amanda Earl. Good looking pitch. Amanda struggling to get out of trouble here. Runner on first, 2 runs in, 2 people out. Bottom of the second inning. And a bunt attempt. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Mary Cuthbertson. Mary's a left fielder. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. 3-2 to score. Bottom of the second inning. Amanda Earl sets. Strike 3. Swinging. Mary Cuthbertson strikes out.
And they picked off Hillary at first base there for the double play.
Oh my gosh, there was only 1 out here. I'm getting all goofed up here, trying to keep the scorebook and everything. Okay, well, let's
contagious, John.
recap and we'll get her back going here the next inning. Port Huron Northern, I know for sure they did score 2 runs. And at the end of 2 full innings, it's Port Huron Northern 2, Port Huron High 3. And I can tell you the leading off for sure for the Port Huron High Big Reds will be Sarah Schultz, the shortstop. Christy Berry is second batter, and Dana Hodgins is in the hole. As Stephanie Watt trying to come back and have another good inning.
Did we put someone in here who shouldn't have been in there? A second, Jennifer Christie.
3-2 the score here for your Northern High School. Got a little delay while Hillary Hoxie, who's on base, goes and gets her catcher's equipment. Coach Mike Newman was filling in, warming up Stephanie Watt. Stephanie had a very effective inning in the second inning. Did we get straight here from the official scorekeeper who's not batting?
Jennifer Harvey has DH'd for Shannon Martin.
Okay, so we got Shannon Martin is not batting, but Mary Cuthbertson is. So probably from about the 4th hitter on down here until the bottom of the lineup, we had it kind of goofed up. We'll get her right though the rest of the game, we promise. Coach George Popa making his way slowly down to the third base coaching box.
Game is tightened up.
George, a
John?
veteran now of about 7-8 years coaching the Big Reds program. Game has tightened up, Robert.
It's going to be an important inning here for Miss Watt.
Yeah, it's always big to hold the team down after you've rallied back. So the momentum has swung a little bit Port Huron Northern's way. Let's see if Stephanie can throw strikes and keep it there. 2 balls, no strikes. First 2 pitches are a little bit high. Sarah Schultz is squared around and scrouched down a little bit. And ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Stephanie's got to bring it down. Got to concentrate on what she's doing. Schultz, like a good leadoff batter, trying to draw a walk, and she does her job.
Only one out of the last four.
Well, Coach Bill, or umpire Bill Tolles, I wish he'd have a right hand. It's 3-1.
Well, we got a tough angle too, John.
That's ball 4. I'm going to have a long talk with him. When it's a strike, put up the hand. I can't hear the audible signals from here. I could swear, though, the first 3 pitches were too high, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And the 4th one was in the dirt. At any rate, Sarah Schultz draws the walk. Brings up Christy Berry. Schultz goes to second, unmolested. I think that's pretty good coaching by Coach George Popa. They know that Stephanie doesn't want to give Christy anything hard to hit, so on the changeup, Schultz took off on the first pitch. I don't think Christy will be bunting now. Do you, Bob?
Not at all.
Another changeup by Watt inside. They're trying to goof up Christy Berry's timing just a little bit.
I think that's a dangerous pitch to throw this young hitter.
And that ball is outside.
At 3-0, I don't think they'll give her much to hit here, John.
Three balls, 1 strike is once again, Bob, we got blown out by the lack of the right hand on those pitches. Strike 2, 3 balls, 2 strikes, nothing but change-ups.
Hope the folks at home will realize that this is my premier appearance here.
Well, it's not quite as easy as when you had the scoreboard and everything else going for you.
Now that was a good pitch right there that Christy got around late on just to foul off and keep herself alive in this full count.
Stephanie's mixed the pitches up pretty well. Let's see if she comes back with the changeup again with first base open. No, she comes up with another hard one. Ground ball to second, throw to first. And Christy Berry's retired, 4-3. Sarah Schultz goes to third base on the play. 1 out, brings up Dana Hodgins.
That was a well-hit ball that wind knocked down too, along with the soft sand of the infield there.
Annie Reeves showed some pretty nice hands there. Got the ball, made a nice throw to first base. First pitch inside to Dana Hodgins. 1 ball and no strikes. Sarah Schultz, anxious to score from third base. Takes a good running lead. Pitch comes inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Dana Hodgins. Stephanie Watt throws that one up high. 3 balls, no strikes. Stephanie needs to settle down a little bit, get her composure, not get rattled, just use her good solid fundamentals and throw some strikes. There's one. She was free and easy, just like in a rocking chair on that one.
She must have heard you from way over here, John.
I spent quite a bit of time with Stephanie. She throws another strike.
Are you ready?
There's some good-looking pitchers around the Port Huron area. Just a matter of experience. Try to build this. Oh, this could be a double play! Not quite. A great snag by the Port Huron Northern third baseman.
Sarah Schultz had to dive back to third base to just beat the tag.
Christy Porter really extended it. She could have gotten turned around and taken a dive. I think she might have had Sarah. The force of the ball carried her a little bit.
Definitely saved at least a double on that fine stab.
Lisa Lashbrook now, hoping not to leave the runner stranded on third base. 2 outs. Sarah Schultz still on third base. Stephanie Watt delivers the first pitch inside, and she's ready again, and it looks like a bunt attempt. I think it was a fake. She didn't offer at it. She squared around. Pitch is called a strike. Evens count at 1-1. Watt sets. She delivers it high, but she helped out a little bit by Elisa that time. Looked like she was a little anxious, Bob.
Yes, that ball was out of the strike zone, I believe, John.
Lisa
might have helped out.
Lisa struck out the first time up. So far, it's only Stephanie's only strikeout victim. Stephanie naturally would like to do it again. And the ball is sliced just foul. Normal day again without the wind, Bob. I think that would have settled down before it blew foul.
Big trouble for the Huskies.
I think we're talking 3 bases at least, possibly 4 by the time it got done rolling. But right now, all of this is a strike. Ifs and buts for candy and nuts, Bob, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. So we'll try her again. Nice change up by Watt. Good job of holding her hands back by Lashbrook. Managed to foul it off. She got out on her front foot but kept her hands back. is able to at least make contact and spoil the pitch. Watt delivers again another changeup. This one hits her. Again, I question that pitch. Usually 2 changeups in a row is not a great idea. Now let's see if Stephanie can get out of this now. I guess if you're going to get hit by a pitch, I guess changeup's the one to get hit by, Bob. Valdez up. She had a solid single the first time up. I got a hunch there's going to be a steal going on as Coach George Popa just yelled over to the runner on first base.
Coach was a little upset that she didn't go on that.
Hansen, see if she makes a strong throw to first. Just beats the throw. Good speed by Valdez. Probably about 6 or 7 of Port Huron High's base runners would have been out as Hansen went into the hole, knocked the ball down, made the long throw to first, and just missed picking up Valdez. I thought that was a pretty good play by Jan Hansen.
Jana looks a little frustrated with herself, but I thought that was a fine play. She knocked the ball down. It was deep to her right. Got the ball direct to first base.
One thing about Jan Hansen, Bob, she is a gamer. She comes to play every game, every at-bat, every pitch, every play, and that's why she's as accomplished of a ball player as she is. That's trouble to right field. The right fielder lets it get off her glove. That's going to score at least 2 runs. And coming into third base, Bridget Lovick.
That was a tough ball to handle, John.
Ball was slicing all the way.
Official scorer would have trouble with that one, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna ask the official scorer on this one, and we're gonna be lenient with the right fielder and call that one a 3-base hit by Bridget Lovick. Though a general rule of thumb is if you get your glove on the ball in a fly ball situation, you should catch it. But that ball, in all fairness to the right fielder out there, Dana Smear, the ball was really slicing towards the line, and we could tell from our angle it moved in about 4 different directions on the way out there. Again, it's the type of day.
Yes, naturally on any line shot hit to right, the ball's going to be curving away from you. And on top of that, she had this rather strong wind affecting the ball also, pushing it that way.
Well, earlier
I'd score that at a 3-bagger if it were up to me. But it was on the borderline.
That's her sweatshirt. Yeah, her jersey's a different number. That's her sweatshirt from last year. I'm sorry.
Well, earlier in the game, we were alluding to the fact that thus far the wind hadn't played too much of a course in the game, but this inning it's really started as Port Huron High started hitting the ball in the air. Ground ball to Hansen. She bobbles it again, but makes a good strong throw to first and gets the runner out, Jackie Peters. So that retires the side, but Port Huron High School scores 3 more runs. They had a couple hits, left 1 runner on, and at the end of 2.5 innings, it's Port Huron High 6, Port Huron Northern 2. It's got to kind of bother Coach Mike Newman a little bit after they were able to shut out Port Huron High in the 2nd inning and come back and make it a tight game that once again.
I'll say.
And again, Stephanie wasn't helped by her fielders at all. There were 2 plays that possibly could have been made. They were tough chances. Jan Hansen ordinarily is a real sure-handed fielder. She did let that ground ball to short get away from her a little bit. And again, the fly ball to right, although a tough chance, it was catchable. So a little bit of extra help from her fielders, and that could have been a scoreless inning for the Big Reds.
Well, we got to give credit to the fielders. Christy Porter, remember that fine play at 3rd base.
And there's another case
on that stab.
There's another case where there was a possible double play in force. Yes. Christy couldn't quite react quite quickly enough.
Yes.
And all the damage came after that point. She made a great play to save a run.
A determined Big Reds team comes back after giving up 2. In the bottom of the 2nd, they come right back and respond with 3 runs of their own.
Well, in the bottom of the 3rd for Port Huron Northern, the leadoff hitter Jan Hansen will be in her customary position of leading off an inning, followed by Stephanie Watt and then Aaron Atwell.
You mentioned Jan's determination, and I think coming to the plate after those 2 chances she had in the previous inning, one not being able to get the runner on time and then ending the inning, I think she's looking for a hit here.
First pitch by Amanda Earl is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Earl sets, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Hanson takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jan was doing her job there, taking a pitch, going until she has a strike, trying to work her way on. She's a consummate team ball player. Earl sets, delivers again. Hanson, ground ball to second. And throw to first, beats her by a step as Hanson got down the line pretty quickly, but not quite quickly enough on a ground ball to second. 1 away. Bring up the pitcher, Stephanie Watt. Stephanie grounded out to the shortstop last time. Actually, the ball went off from Amanda Earl's glove to the shortstop, Sarah Schultz, who made a very nice play on it. Earl throws first pitch. It's the old down up. First you throw it down and then it bounces up. So it's a ball every time. 1 ball, no strikes, Bob. Earl delivers the second pitch down too low also.
John, we got Janet Hanson warming up for the Huskies.
Jan's a junior, also a good pitcher.
She might be coming in the 4th.
Wouldn't surprise me. Earl sets. And 2-0 pitch is offered at by Stephanie Watt. In that situation, might have been maybe just as well off to take.
Well, she started swinging too, just as a big gust of wind came.
Yeah, the wind
has to affect you.
Believe it or not, the wind is picked up. I don't know if on the TV screen if you can see the girl's hair blowing away, but it is really a vicious wind.
It's windy.
3 balls, 1 strike. Well, Bob, how windy is it?
It is so windy that. Well, I'll stay out of Jay Leno's territory and Johnny Carson's.
3 balls, 1 strike on Watt. And ball 4, down too low. So Watt gets on by virtue of the base on balls. Bring up Aaron Atwell.
Would have been premature in my comments that ground out, which for the first time this game, Miss Earl got the leadoff man out. I was premature in thinking that might have settled her down. And she gave up a walk the very next batter.
First pitch to Aaron Atwell's down low. Looks like Amanda's lost her groove momentarily here. Square around by Atwell. And she takes a pitch. I believe it was outside. From my vantage point it was. I don't know if umpire's arm, I didn't see it go up.
Didn't get a clue with the body language of Coach Tolles there.
Let's see if he'll give us a count here. 3 balls, no strikes. So I think Aaron Atwell should be taking 2 pitches here. See if Amanda can throw 3 in a way, 3 in a row. Ball 4, down too low. So Port Huron Northern Huskies have something brewing again here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the batter will be Shannon Martin. I'm sorry, Jennifer Harvey, the DH, batting for Shannon Martin. Jennifer struck out her first time up. She takes first pitch for a strike as she was taking all the way, trying to work her way on base.
Jennifer's tied with 3 doubles for the team lead on the Huskies, and boy, they could use that now. Good eye.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch down too low. Watt on second, Atwell on first. 1 girl down here, bottom of the 3rd inning. Amanda Earl sets. Delivers, and that's a pop-up. This could be a problem. It is. The ball started out at the second baseman, Bob, and believe it or not, it drifted all the way into foul territory. The ball is foul. The ball started out, it looked like a routine chance for the second baseman.
It's a game of inches there. The first baseman never made a move on it because it was hit to the second base.
Yeah, if she could have taken 2 steps back, it would have came down and, like the old saying goes, been a bear to bitter.
Very fortunate for the Big Reds that ball just barely fell in foul territory.
2 balls, 2 strikes as Earl delivers outside. Well, I haven't seen many games played much more wind than this. I've been around ball for quite a few years. Count's full now. I don't think being down 4 runs, Coach Mike Newman will have his runners running on the 3-2 pitch. Earl delivers, and Harvey follows it back on the screen. Still a full count.
Around late.
Well, right now she's just got to work it and put the ball in play or draw the walk. Base runners have got to be aggressive, stay out of the double play. Man to Earl needs to come in with it. And a ground ball to Earl. And she takes the easy out to first, although to third base, Bob, I think she had absolutely no problem. She would have had Stephanie Watt out by 20 feet.
Third. But they go through hours of practice where they hit that ball to first.
Okay, that'll bring up Christy Porter here.
Good hitter, Christy. Give it a
2 runners on base, 2 outs. First pitch is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And Earl trying to get out of trouble here. Second pitch is high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Watt on third, Atwell on second. 2 girls are down. Christy Porter, the third baseman, hitting for Northern.
That's it. Way to lay off.
2 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Annie Reeves, hoping that Porter can keep it alive.
Good jump there. Good jump. 2 outs.
Delivered by Earl is a little high and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Christy looking for her first hit here, but she's already hurt the Big Reds with that stab of that line shot in the top of this
Good
inning.
defensive ball player. And ball 4, it's wild. Pitch gets by the catcher, and the run scores. Makes the score 6-3.